Hi, welcome to Monday Morning Inspiration, and today's topic is 2 questions that we can find it the hardest to answer. Now, as always, these thoughts are born out of conversations I've had with clients in the last week or so, and this is a really big one, and it's such a big one I think we sometimes overlook it. But the 2 questions are, who are you for and what are you for? Now that sounds so simple, but really isn't it at the essence of whatever we're offering to the world that we need to be clear about those 2 things. Who is it that we're offering this for, and what does it do when we offer it to them? What problem does it solve? What does it help people meet? What does it help them do that without it they wouldn't be able to do? And they are such simple questions, but I'm still amazed at how often we find it hard to answer those questions. So why do we find it hard to answer those questions, and what can we do to answer those questions? I think sometimes obviously we're kind of hooked on quick and simple answers. Oh, we know who we're for. We're for anybody, you know, we're for men, we're for women, we're for leaders, we're for whatever. And it can be very tempting just to come up with very glib and quick solutions. But the reality is, in my experience, that most of us are really very niche in what we do. We're for a relative handful of people overall. And it takes time and it takes energy and it takes a desire to really care, to actually figure out who we're most for, who our ideal clients are for. That takes time, and it takes energy, and it takes inquiry to gradually get clearer and clearer. And then secondly, the question of like, what are we for? Again, it takes a lot of thinking, it takes a lot of inquiry, it takes that process of thinking, well, we're not for this, but we are for that. And one of the frameworks I use to help people answer this question is like, where are your clients now and where do they want to be? So what you do for them is to help them move from kind of island A to island B. That's what you're for. But then it's figuring out, how do you describe that clearly? How do you use the language that other people will understand to describe what you're for? Because the more you can do that, I think more people will actually be grateful to you. That level of clarity of knowing precisely who you're for and precisely what you do for the people that you serve makes you powerful, I think. And I think we can often resist our own power too. I've not always been brilliant at this. You know, I still struggle to answer these questions myself sometimes. So I realise this isn't, it's a process. It's not a quick and easy solution. And I think maybe sometimes it can take us weeks, months, even years to gain real clarity around the answer to these 2 questions. It's almost like a holy grail that we get a little bit closer to as time goes on. And maybe never kind of perfectly reach, but we get close enough for it to really work, and we have enough understanding. So don't worry if you have trouble answering those 2 questions. Most of us have trouble answering those 2 questions. And I find that I often need people to help me answer those 2 questions for myself. And obviously I love helping people answer those 2 questions for themselves. So if I can help you kind of inquire more deeply into the answers to those 2 questions for you, by all means drop me a line and we'll have a conversation. Nick@imnickwilliams.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.